requirement number 1.
Present yourself to your leader, properly dressed,
before going on an overnight camping trip.
Show the camping gear you'll use
and the right way to pack it and carry it.
Camping out can be one of the best parts of scouting, especially if you take the right gear and if you dress for the occasion and the weather. Before picking your clothes and gear, it's a good idea to look at the weather forecast for the days you'll be camping. To be sure you think of everything you'll need, check out the checklist for personal overnight camping gear in your Boy Scout handbook. You'll definitely need the 10 outdoor essentials, like a pocket knife.
Check.
A first aid kit.
Check.
Extra clothing.
Check.
Rain gear.
Check.
Water bottle.
Check.
Flashlight.
Check.
There's trail food.
Definitely check. And don't forget matches and fire starters.
Along with sun protection, a compass, and a map.
Wouldn't want to get lost.
And the list goes on. Just remember, the checklists for personal gear and for patrol gear are in your Boy Scout handbook to make sure you have everything you need for your campout.
We have an important saying in Scouts. Pack it in, pack it out. That means that whatever you take camping must be carried back home. We don't leave anything behind. No litter or gear, nothing buried or thrown into the woods, lakes, or streams.
So you'll definitely need a backpack to carry your stuff and a cover to keep it dry.
Some backpacks have external metal frames, and others have a stiff internal frame that holds the pack stable.
The hip belt is important because it shifts the weight of the pack from your shoulders to your hips and legs.
A pack that doesn't fit right can be a real pain in the back, so be sure to try out a pack with weight inside before picking one for yourself.
Since you'll probably be carrying your own gear, along with some of your patrol's gear, here are some hints for packing your pack.
Arrange soft items like clothes and socks so they cushion your back.
Keep your rain gear, flashlight, first aid kit, and water bottle near the top or in the outside pockets where you can reach them easily.
If there's room, put your sleeping bag inside the pack. If not, wrap it with a ground cloth or a plastic trash bag and tuck it under the top flap or strap it to the frame.
And storing items in the same place each time you hit the trail helps you quickly find what you need when you need it.
Well, that's Tenderfoot requirement number 1.
With the help of the camping gear checklist
and additional info in your Boy Scout handbook,
you can have your gear ready for inspection by your leader
and ready to hit the trail.
Then you'll be ready to have some real fun camping out.
Tenderfoot requirement number 2.
Spend at least one night
on a patrol or troop campout
and sleep in a tent
that you have helped pitch. Some of the best fun you can have in scouting is camping out overnight, pitching your own tent and sleeping under the stars.
And there are lots of different kinds of tents you can use, like A-frames and dome tents.
And really lightweight tents made especially for backpacking.
Some tents are made of breathable nylon, so moisture can escape from the inside. So it's a good idea to have a waterproof nylon fly pitched over the tent to keep out rain and snow.
You can learn a lot about tents and camping in your Boy Scout handbook, but you'll learn even more every time you camp overnight.
I have to admit, I was a little bit nervous about my first camp out, but the feeling goes away because you're having so much fun.
Before you pitch your tent, you'll need a good campsite, and all sites are not created equal.
You want a site that's level or gently sloping. Also, do not camp under a large tree that might attract a lightning strike.
And pick a location with good drainage so you don't end up with water in your tent if it rains.
Be sure to pick up any rocks or big sticks before spreading out your ground cloth and getting ready to pitch your tent.
Start by unfolding your tent on top of the ground cloth. Stake the corners.
Would you like metal or plastic with that?
Most tents have lightweight poles that snap together to form a tent frame. It may look complicated, but once you know how, it's a snap. And since you can never be sure about the weather, don't forget the rain fly over your tent.
Ah, finally, home sweet home.
This is very important. Keep all flames away from tents. That means no burning candles, stoves, heaters, or lanterns inside the tent. No exceptions, only flashlights. One more thing, before you take your tent down, be sure to let it dry out in the sun.
Now you tell us.
Okay, if that's not possible, be sure to hang the tent up indoors and let it dry as soon as you get home, because tent fabric and mildew are natural-born enemies.
Okay, that's Tenderfoot requirement number 2.
An overnight campout.